Someone can read this translation.
The change his body undergoes depends upon him. At the time of death, the consciousness he has created will carry him on to the next type of body. If he has made his consciousness like that of a cat or dog, he is sure to change to a cat's or dog's body. And if he has fixed his consciousness on godly qualities, he will change into the form of a demigod. And if he is Krishna consciousness, he will be transferred to Krishna Lok in the spiritual world and will associate with Krishna. It is a false claim that after the annihilation of this body, everything is finished. The individual soul is transmigrating from one body to another, and his present body and present activities are the background of his next body.
So here we can say that what kind of a consciousness one has, according to that, one goes from one body to another. No, no. What conception he is having, and or then he goes according to that. He goes from one body. Now, somebody asked, "Prabhuji, what is the meaning of here conception?" And so we can see the different people have different kind of a conceptions or different kind of a understanding of that how they can be happy in the life. And this is the one of the example is given here. Like those who are in mode of ignorance, what they think that themselves remain miserable and they want to make others miserable. This is their conception. Those are in mode of passion. They think about themselves only. Whatever happened to others, let them die. And I don't think about others. I think about my own life. So this is one conception. The conception in mode of passion. Then conception in mode of goodness means what? That we want to be happy and we want to make others happy. But on transcendental level, the conception is what of a person that he is ready to give up his own happiness for the other's happiness. And you are able to understand this kind of a different conception the different jivas are having, and about how they can be happy, how they can live their lives, and so different being in different modes, they have the different conceptions, and those are conceptions, and they goes from the one body to another body. And like you might have seen somebody from the very childhood only, you'll find that he is very kind person. Somebody from the childhood only, you'll find that he's very angry person. Getting that. So from where it is coming? It is coming from the previous lives. These conceptions. Uh, Now somebody be might be having some like in our life we might be having some physical experiences, Anna, in our life, Anna. But it does not mean that those physical experiences really defines us, or we really have to act upon those particular what experiences we are getting. Like for example, some situation is there where some particular situation or very difficult situation has come, or let us consider where somebody has become angry upon you, and so now there is a you have a choice to either to react or uh, you can transcend or you can not react to it and not get affected by it. That we have a choice. The same way in our life we may go through many physical experiences, but that really can mold our life or not, that depends upon us. And so there will be many situations in the life, there are many ups and downs in the life. It's depend on ourselves that we get affected or we want to get affected or not. And the Lord has given all of us the choice to go to the higher reality of the life. And so one can go beyond the particular situation by practice of Krishna consciousness. Like we see, Chitraketu Maharaj was when he was flying in the plane with all his consorts. And so that time we see Lord Shiva and Parvati sitting, and Shiva is giving the pravachan on the renunciation, and all those being with the Parvati. Now, Chitraketu Maharaj being as a, because Chitraketu Maharaj worshipable deity was Sankarshan. Lord Shiva's worshipable deity is also Sankarshan. Therefore, both are God brother. And so there can be some joke can be there, some majak can be there, little bit. So in superficial way or indirectly, Chitraketu Maharaj glorified Shiva. And, but that could not be recognized by Parvati. And but Parvati understood to be this is a insult of the Lord Shiva. And that's how what happens, he cursed. Now, when Chitraketu Maharaj got cursed, he was not affected by that situation. Immediately he bowed down to Parvati and he accepted the curse. He welcomed that. You know. And how we can see that he has not committed the offense to Lord Shiva? The one thing is that Shiva glorified Chitraketu Maharaj. Second thing we can see that Chitraketu Maharaj's consciousness did not go down. How? When Chitraketu Maharaj got the body of a Virtasur, so he offered the four prayers to the Lord. Only four prayers are there in the body of a demon. He offered four prayers. Srimad Bhagavatam. And now, see, being in that situation, Vritasur did not get affected because he had a choice to go to the higher reality of life, and could he could go, he could see the whole situation into the another perspective, and could take the shelter of the Lord. But another side, we see that Indra was there, Lord Indra was there, he got affected. Is it not? And when Indra saw the Vritrasun, so Indra got confused. About what? About his own identity. Am I a demigod or am I a demon? So Indra got doubt. Indra got the doubt about himself. Am I a demon or a demigod? Because this person looks to be his body of a demon, but he's doing such powerful prayers. He's taking shelter of the Lord. What is my situation? And, so we can see that how the Indra got affected by that particular situation, but another said Virtasu did not get. Although he was into the body of demon, he could uplift himself. And so there may be physical experiences in our life, many difficult situations may be in our life, but we have a choice to get affected or not. And if we get affected, then we generate new karmic action. Is it not? And that becomes the reaction for the further bodies are generated. And but if we take shelter of the Lord and we uplift our consciousness, that help us to transcend this whole situation. Now, further, how the transmission migration takes place is telling the how the mind and senses acts. Srotram chaksu isparshanam cha rasnam granam cha adhisthaya manaschayam visman pasevate. Yes, someone can take translation.
The living entities, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects.
Hmm. Here the word is told adhisthaya manaschayam. It means what? Adhisthaya means being situated. So these all senses, ears, eyes, touch, tongue, they're grouped around the mind, centered around the mind. है ना? Visyan upasevate. Upasevate means he enjoys. Visyan means different sense object. है ना? The central point is what? The mind. It is like this. These five senses are like five fingers, and the mind is the central pivot. Yes. Read ahead. Elena Manitha.
Conclusion is originally pure like water, but if consciousness is originally pure like water, but if we mix water with a certain color, it changes. Similarly, consciousness is pure for the spirit soul is pure, but consciousness is changed according to the association of the material qualities. Real consciousness is Krishna consciousness. When therefore one is situated in Krishna consciousness, he is in his pure life. But if his consciousness is adulterated by some type of material mentality, in the next life he gets a correct corresponding body. He does not necessarily get a human body again. He can get the body of a car, cat,
Kate.
dog, hog, demigod, or one of many other forms. For there are 84 like species. Surrender unto me.
Surrender unto me is the book actually. Don't have that is not part two, but okay. The consciousness is originally it is like the pure है ना? But the just like the rainwater is there. So when the rainwater comes to that it's completely pure. When it comes in contact with the mud, then it becomes dirty. The same way, the consciousness is pure. But when it comes in triguna, affected by the rajoguna, tamoguna, satoguna, then there is a uh, contamination. You know. And according to that contamination, then the kind of a guna is associating. According to that, he gets the next body for the bodies. And, but now the water is impure. Then what the water has to be done? It should be filtered. So what is the process? The Krishna conscious process is a filtering process. No, no. That's what Siddhartha Mahaprabhu says. Cheto darpanam bahumahadavagni nirvapanam. है ना? The consciousness get completely pure. Filtering. And now somebody may tell that yesterday we were discussing one thing. That somebody may say that Prabhuji, we are chanting the holy name from so long time, but still the filtration not happen, and we are still struggling. And is that holy name is not so powerful? No? Anybody has the answer to this question?
We are not chanting pure name.
Okay, we are not chanting pure name. It means we are chanting with the offenses, right?
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
right, because we are chanting with the offenses, some offenses we are committing. And the first thing, if we are committing the offenses, and that's how holy name is not obliged. What we say, the holy name is not showing his mercy. But there has been many statement in the Shastra. They say if you chant once holy name very sincerely, you'll get delivered. तो एक बार तो लिया होगा कम से कम इंद्रनील को.
Prabhuji, in one of the sessions, I don't remember, but some Prabhuji has told that uh, we may try our best, but there is Krishna's desire also, that he should desire,
uh,
he get pleased by our chanting.
uh. So see, we can chant with our best of endeavor, as the Prabhu is telling. Uh, we can chant with the best of our endeavor. But the thing is that holy name will reciprocate or not, that is his desire. You know? So we cannot oblige the holy name to respond to us. Just like this, you are working in your company, है ना, and you want 5 lakh rupee, and you go to the boss and tell, I want 5 lakh rupee. Then boss tells, okay, I will not give you 5 lakh. So can you oblige him? No, you have the roads to do. You have to give 5 lakh. No, I will not give. So that depend upon him. And somebody is audibly criticizing the boss, है ना, तो सबके सामने वो क्रिटिसाइज कर रहा है बॉस को, वो जाके बॉस के पास बोलता है कि 5 लाख रुपए चाहिए. तो बॉस will not give, is it not? The same way holy name is like a person, and he will not, and he's not obliged to give his mercy, or he's not obliged to immediately uh, reciprocate with us. No, when the holy name wants, he will reciprocate. But our sincere desire should be there, and so then one day it may happen, the holy name will be merciful to us. But the one thing very important, as soon as somebody chants the holy name of the Lord, although he's chanting offensively, है ना, somebody chants the holy name of the Lord, although he's chanting offensively, the one thing will happen that Yamadutas will not come to him. है ना? So this is the one thing. Yamadutas, somebody offensively also chanting the holy name, Yamadutas will not come. But now, very important that if we keep on continuing offensive chanting, है ना, then the whole practice of Krishna consciousness become troublesome. And it's become because it is like pratikul, it's unfavorable thing. So then one need to go from the offensive chanting to offenseless chanting. So now how one can go from offensive chanting to the offenseless chanting? Yes, anybody knows?
By sincerely practicing prayer. I was hearing in one Japa talk with the Yogesh, he was saying like that is just the difference between Namapurad and
Go
Namapad.
from offensive chanting. Somebody may ask, Prabhuji, what is this? And by continuing offensive chanting, how I will go to the offenseless chanting? Yes, by continuing offensive chanting with a desire to improve it, or with a desire to go to the offenseless chanting, and, and one is struggling, then by Krishna's mercy, he will go to the offenseless chanting. And so the desire to improve our chanting should be there. The desire to, um, that sincere desire to improve our chanting should be there. Then it will happen. Okay, we got a little bit diverted, but the here, uh, so how the jiva get captured? Because of the mind. है ना? But generally, the jiva thinks that he's enjoying the senses, he's enjoying the mind. But actually, if you see in reality, it's happened the opposite. The mind and senses are enjoying the jiva. Like any person, if they somebody start smoking cigarette, he's thinking that he's smoking cigarette, he's enjoying the cigarette. But over a period of time, what happens? Cigarette smokes him, and it means what? Like if you say in Hindi, and तो वो सिगरेट से धुआं निकाल रहा है, लेकिन फिर उसके जीवन में से उसकी जिंदगी में धुआं निकलना चालू हो जाता है. Then different kind of things, different kind of diseases start, like cancers and lung cancer and all these things takes place. And who is enjoying home? Actually, mind and senses are enjoying. The inputs are give. Huh. So we need to understand all. What the senses does. They gives the inputs to the mind. Take the inputs, from external world and gives to the mind. And which input to be responded? Like simultaneously, many inputs are given. So which inputs to be responded? That is decided by the mind. And mind being in a particular mode, then he decides, okay, this is my liking. Then you go for that particular input. And okay, now let us see ahead. Utkramantam sthitam vapi bunjanam va gunanvitan vimuda pachanti jnana chaksusu. So here Krishna is telling Utkramantam sthitam vapi. Okay, the quitting of this body, how the living entity quits this body and gets another body. You know. So this happen Bunjan va gunanvitam. You know. He is enjoying by coming under the modes of material nature. But Jiva, what he thinks that I am the enjoyer. He thinks that everything happening due to me and I am enjoying it. No, no. I am the Karta. No, no. So that's why you see the Bhagavad Gita, sloka number 3.27. Prakate क्रियमाणानि गुणे कर्माणि सर्वसा अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ता हमिति मन्यते. तो विमूढ़ आत्मा क्या सोचता है? I am the karta and that's why I am the enjoy. But what is exactly taking place? That because he has come under the modes of material nature, and, but he's not able to see that. That's why he is a vimuda. And, तो कौन नहीं देख पाता इसको? Who is not able to see? The vimuda nanu pachanti. But who is able to see? Pachanti jnana chaksusu. And the one whose eyes are trained in knowledge, jnana chaksusa, he can see. So here Papa says, without knowledge, one cannot understand. Yes, someone can read this highlighted above.
Without knowledge, one cannot understand how a living entity leaves his present body, nor what form of body he is going to take in the next life, nor even why he is living in a particular type of body. This requires a great amount of knowledge understood from Bhagavad Gita and similar literatures heard from a bona fide spiritual master. One who is trained to perceive all these things is fortunate.
If one is able to see this jnana with the jnana chaksusu, the things of this world, he is in fortunate. Then Papa says further, because of the coming under the spell of material nature, the result is that he is suffering different kind of happiness and distress. Now somebody may say, why this Papa is writing suffering the different kind of happiness? Because happiness is not alone. वो पूरा एक it comes in a set. With the happiness, then there is a distress also. The kind of happiness we get through sense pleasure is a very small. No. So that's why Prabhupada is telling that suffering different kind of happiness and the distress. And then at the last, Prabhupada is telling, therefore, those who are highly developed in Krishna consciousness try their best to give this knowledge to people in general. For their conditional life is very much troublesome. And they should come out of it and be Krishna conscious and liberate themselves to transfer to the spiritual world. And so that's what the gopis also pray. And what is that? Bhuvi Garantiye Burida Jana. How it's begin? Shravanamangalam
तव
Chandra.
कथामृतम तव कथामृतम तप्त
Tava
जीवन
Katamritam Tapta Jivanam Bhuvi Fir Kavi Peditam Kalmasapam. What was the next line? Somebody can
श्रवण
recite the full.
मंगलम
Shravanamangalam.
श्रीमदाततम भूरिदन्ति
Bhuvi Gidantiye Burida Jana. Then so they are telling that when this the power of Shravan and Kirtan is what immediately all the troubles goes away. Nana. So this is the power of Shravan and Kirtan. Nana. Like you see the pastime of Putana, if you see in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where the Krishna kills the Putana. So that time, the Nanda Maharaj was there in the Mathura, and Vasudev indicated him that you are in Mathura, there can be problem to Krishna. So go back immediately. So when Nanda Maharaj is coming, and he's feeling that there is maybe trouble in the there. And when Sukadev Goswami is going to describe this pastime of Putana comes to kill Krishna, so Sukadev Goswami, the Parikshit Maharaj became little fearful. Right? What is happening? The Putana is coming to kill. So that time immediately what happened? The Sukadev Goswami says one thing: wherever Shravan and Kirtan of the Lord is going on, there cannot be any trouble. I will just show to all of you. Sloka. This is 10.6.3. Ha. न यत्र श्रवणादिने रक्षो रक्षो ज्ञानि सकर्मसु कुर्वन्ति सात्वतां भर्तुर् यातो धानश्च तत्र हि. My dear king, wherever people in any position perform their occupational duties of devotional service by chanting and hearing, there cannot be any danger from bad elements. Therefore, there was no need for anxiety about Gokul, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally present. And, yes, someone, this purport is very good. Somebody can read this purport.
Sukadeva Goswami speak this verse to mitigate the anxiety of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit was a devotee of Krishna, and therefore, when he understood that Putana was causing disturbances in Gokula, he was somewhat perturbed. Sukadeva Goswami therefore assured him that there was no danger in Gokula. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has sung Namashraya Kari Yatane Tumi Thakah Apan Kaje. Everyone is thus advised to seek shelter in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and remain engaged in his own occupational duty. There is no loss in this, and the gain is tremendous. Even from a material point of view, everyone should take to chanting the Hare Krishna mantra to be saved from all kinds of danger. The world is full of danger. Padam padam yad vipadam. Therefore, we should be encouraged to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra so that in our family, society, neighborhood, and nation, everything will be smooth and free from danger.
So one can become free from danger just by the taking the shelter of the servant and kirtan. So these great personalities, the Burida Jana, they go and they try their best to give this knowledge to people in general so that the people become free from this troublesome the struggle of the material existence. Yes, now the next sloka is Yatanto yoginaschainam pachantyatmana avasthitam yatantopyakritatmano ninam pachanti chetasa. And, yes, someone can read this.
In the
In the
present,
present.
in the present day, there are many so-called yogis.
No, no, the
The
translation is there.
endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly. But those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try.
Ah, so there yatanto yoginas chenam pachanti atmani avasthitam. And another yatantopi akritatmano nenam pachanti achetasa. It means they are also doing yatana and they are also doing yatana. And there are certain yogis, they are in proper consciousness. They are able to see. They are able to realize and, the transcendental nature of the soul. And, but there are others. Yatantopi akritatmano. Akritatmano means akrita atmana means those without self-realization. Nenam pachanti chetasa. And they are not able to see because they are achetasa, because their consciousness is misdirected. They cannot see. And it means what? Yatanti. Both are doing yatan. And now why one is able to see, why not another is able? Other kind of yogis are not able to see. The Prabhupada writes in the purport. Someone can read this?
At present day, there are so many yogis and there are many so-called associations of yogis, but they are actually blind in the matter of self-realization. They are simply addicted to some sort of gymnastic exercise and are satisfied if the body is well built and healthy. They have no other information. They are called yatanto pratat akritatmana. Even though they are endeavoring in a so-called yoga system, they are not self-realized. Such people cannot understand the process of transmigration of the soul.
So they are also making, but they are making for the whole endeavor is for the body. And so here, one thing very important, just endeavor and our willpower is not sufficient for the self-realization. And, like for example, some blind person is there. So this blind person is not able to see. Now, how much ever he makes an endeavor or how much ever he may have a willpower, can he see the particular color in front of him? No. But when he can see, when he get cured. If his eyes are get cured, given is if eyes are set right or it got completely cured now, then he can see. Same way about the this transmigration of the soul, or the who can see. Uh, so just by our endeavor, one cannot see. What one needs a guided endeavor, then one can see. Or we can see that one performs the bhakti very seriously under the guidance of the spiritual master, then one can see. Uh, the very important thing finally is boiled down to what? That we have to become very serious in our spiritual life, then only uh, the transformation will be possible. So we cannot go in our practice of Krishna consciousness by our feelings, which I don't like to chant today. And, like if we go to our boss and say, "Sir, I don't want to work today. I don't like to work today," and then boss may also say, "I am also not feeling, or I am also not liking to keep you." And so that's a very important for all of us. And we cannot go according. Yes, we may have our liking and disliking, but our liking and disliking should be subordinate to our duty. And our duties should be higher than our liking and disliking. We cannot be lazy in our spiritual life. We need continuous steady endeavors is required. Like nikatastha maya tara japati adare. If we become lazy, then maya will come and capture us. No, no. The whether in our spiritual life we are feeling high or dry, or we are feeling happy or so distressfulness. In all situations, one should be keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Yeah. But if somebody is acting on the bodily level, then what will happen? One's bodily activities will be driving his life, and it means what? He will major focus will be eating and sleeping and all this. And yes, we have to take care of those things also. But then the acting on the soul platform is what? Where need of a soul is driving our life. It means what? The activities of spiritual activities are majorly driving our life. That is our main priority. And we perform the bodily activities also we do, accords so that they can assist to our need of the soul. Like, so now further, Krishna is telling that now Jiva and that is 12 to 15. He is going to tell about that how Krishna he is assisting us in our material existence and, uh, and our spiritual endeavor that we will see tomorrow. And also the essence of Vedanta, which is the three shloki Gita, and the ninth, then finally to know Krishna means to know everything. So these all three sections we will be seeing tomorrow. So today we saw that if Jiva does not try for the liberation by detachment, then he will be getting entangled. We saw first the Karsati, Manusashtani, all the Jiva is the part and parcel of the Lord, and he is due because of the mind and senses, he is getting through the struggle and the suffering. And what is that struggle? The changing one body after another. And then we saw that the senses are grouped around the mind, and mind is that pivot, and, and mind is driving the life of the person. And due to false ego, the jiva get captured in the material world, and then there is a mind is driving. And then we saw that when jiva go from the one body to another body, then he carries the particular type of conception from one body. Means desires the jiva carries from one body to another body. It means what desire will be keep on transferring one body to until unless we don't purify the desires are going to remain contaminated only. तो देर हैड्स टू बी सम प्लेस कहीं तो जाके हमको वो एंडोवर करना ही पड़ेगा जहाँ पे डिजायर को प्यूरिफाई करना है तो आइदर दिस लाइफ और नेक्स्ट ह्यूमन लाइफ so somewhere we have to make that endeavor. And then we saw that finally who can see this transmigration, those uh, who are on jnana chaksusu, but those are bewildered achetasa, they cannot see, but those who are jnana chaksusu, they can see. Yes, now anyone has any doubt can ask, otherwise we'll end it here. Okay, thank you very much. Tomorrow will be our last class for this 15th chapter. And thank you. We'll discuss tomorrow therefore. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.